Hey, what's up everyone? This is Jonathan Coates and in today's free sales funnel training, I'm going to be showing you how to create a lead generation magnet. And I'm sort of following up on a previous video that I made a year ago, one of the first few videos that I made when I came out of retirement on how to create a lead generation magnet from scratch, an opt-in incentive. And in this video, I'm sharing with you a strategy that I pretty much got from Optimize University. I follow along with them and they provided sort of like this checklist for a specific niche, the motorhome niche. So they have an RV. Him and his wife actually just got a motorhome. They live out there in United Kingdom. They had one long enough to the point now where they're able to actually provide value and show people and give them actual information on what to do when they go to a site or when they're leaving a site, whether it be internal or external. So they decided to create a quick little lead generation magnet, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in this video. This is what it looks like. So it's something real simple. At the bottom of every page, they have their URL. So when someone downloads it to their computer, they're always reminded of the URL. And it's really simple. It's just a quick little checklist. It's only 3 pages. So what we're going to be doing is now, if you already have content ready and you don't want to go through this process of designing a lead generation magnet, then by all means, go to these websites here, 99designs.com. You can always hire somebody. Just give them the content, let them know exactly how you want it to be, and then just pay for it. Fiverr is a similar website. I'm sure you're familiar with that. And then we got Upwork. All 3 of these sites are similar, like freelance services type sites where you can just come in, look for people who can create it for you, and you can just give them the content, and it'll probably only be like $5 to $10, especially for what I'm going to be showing you how to do in this video. So this actual checklist right here is what we're going to be creating, and these are the colors right here. So how we're going to do this is we're going to use a tool called Canva, which is a free platform that allows you to use their design templates to pretty much create anything that you want. So from whiteboards to presentations, social media, videos, print product. As you can see, I create thumbnails with this, consultation applications, logos. They have a lot of different use cases. In this specific video, we're going to create a checklist. So all you really got to do from here, type in checklist, click on enter, because that's what we're creating. And they have a lot of different checklist templates. So if you scroll down, you'll see at the bottom right of each one of these templates, whether it's paid, pro, or it's the free version. So you'll know if it's free or not. And so we're just looking for something where we can take the template and sort of redo it. And we're going to have 3 different pages. So we can choose from in here. And since we're only using the free, we just want to make sure that we choose one that is the free version and not the paid or the pro. So I'm just going to choose something simple. Now keep in mind at the top left or even on the left hand side, you can choose the categories. So business, social media, education, video, marketing. And if you even click on the drop down arrow, you get a little bit more information underneath that category. Business cards, flyers underneath the marketing one. Video, they got Facebook videos, video messages, etc. So just click on any one of these categories if you want to be a little bit more tailored. But in this video, we just need a simple checklist. So I'm going to choose this one as the template and we're going to sort of move things around. So it comes up here and I'm going to click on customize this template and it's going to open it up in the dashboard. Because it opened up a new tab, I'm just going to exit out of that previous one and it takes you here. Now, if you're familiar with any drag and drop editor, and if you're familiar with ClickFunnels or OptimizePress or WordPress, if you've done any type of website creation, at least in the last 10 years, you should have no issue navigating and using this. It's really simple. Text uploads. They got elements where you can choose from different shapes and graphics. You can save your projects in here. You can draw. You can upload pictures, and you have text for headlines and subheadlines, as well as different templates. So what you'll notice, these different assets, as you hover over them, they'll highlight. So I'm just going to get rid of some of these because we're only going to need one simple checklist. So I'm going to pause this video and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to knock this out. And when I get back, we're just going to have this simple checklist set up and we're going to use the information from inside here, roof, vents, closed. I'm going to take all of this and I'm going to put it into here. All right. So I'll see you in the next part of the video. All right, so as you can see, I got the checklist all set up and I got it so it's a box so they can basically just click on it. So what we want to do now is we want to make sure that our website shows up at the bottom and we want to change the header. So I can just hover over this and highlight it and just basically change the text in here, and I can change the font size as well. So I'm going to go back to our checklist, and this is basically the leaving site internal, because if you remember on the actual PDF, the very first page is leaving site checklist. And it has the website at the bottom. And then the first page, it says leaving site internal, and it has the checklist and basically the same thing. So we're going to be setting this up right here. So I'm going to change this to leaving site internal. And then after we do this, I'm going to duplicate it and then create the leaving site external and then create the cover after that. And you'll see just how simple all this really is. So the fonts right here, I'm just going to choose Open Sans and change that right there to Open Sans. So now that I have that in there, I can change the color. So right here they have sort of the dark green right here. So we're going to go to the dark green and we have the actual code that we can put in there for the dark green. So I'm just going to copy this. So you just want to know what your hex code for your brand colors are and just always have it readily available so you're not having to sort of go search for or memorize it, etc. So for the text color, I'm just going to paste in the code like so, and it came up like that. And I'm going to bold it just to make it a little bit bigger. And now I just need to bold the checklist and add these different elements right here. Now I need to add another text, one that says checklist. So now I'm going to basically take this, I can hover over it and then bring it up like so and make it a little bit smaller because all we needed to say right here is checklist. So I'm going to type that in, and this one was actually black. I don't need to change the color on this one, and put that right below the title here where it says leaving site internal, and I can probably just move this up a little bit. So now that we have this actual checklist, we need to add another element down here, basically a square. We're going to add that in like so, and we're going to bring it down, sort of position it at the bottom of the page so we can actually have our URL, and we're going to change the color. So I'm going to take the light green color because I believe it's light green right here. So this one's actually dark green too. So I'm going to go back and get this code again for the dark green. I might have already had it pasted in there. I'm going to go back to here and I'm going to paste in the code like so, and then click on this, and boom, now we can actually add our URL up. So I'm going to try to bring this up just a little bit so I can have some space. All right, now that I pushed that up a little bit, I'm going to put the text in here. I wanted to say, in this example, I'm just going to have it say www.rv.com. So that way, every time they actually download it onto their desktop, they're constantly reminded of your websites as they're going through the checklist. So I changed the color to white. We go back and click on it again, www.rv.com, and then just make this a bold text, and we can change the actual font on here as well. So I'll just click on the size, make it bold, and I can actually make this a little bit larger. So 37 is probably perfect. So www.rv.com like so, and we can make it a little bit bigger. So now that we actually have the first document created, we don't have to go through that arduous process anymore because we can just duplicate it up top. So you just click on duplicate page, and right here, we're going to create the other part of the checklist. And you can use this option right here if you want to move this up. So you can move down and move up like so. Now I have this one as the first checklist. And on the second checklist, I'm basically going to have leaving site external. So I can just change this to external. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the other changes. I'm going to copy these instructions right here for the second part of the checklist, so they can just mark these off. And I'm just going to get rid of these and basically just paste in what we have right there. So we can line this up, make sure we don't have anyone that doesn't belong, and then bring this up some. So now we have the second page of our checklist. So the first page is leaving site internal, and we have the second one, which is leaving site external. Now, so all we really need to do from this point is basically just create the cover photo. Now, I'm going to use the one that they provided from Optimize University. You can see all of this in the description if you want to follow along. That way you can get a good process on how to create a lead generation magnet, because it really is this simple. So from here, we just create another page. We're going to add a page, and then we're going to move this up as the cover. We want this to be the actual cover. And I'm going to take those colors from the cover page, and it's going to be light green here. So I'm going to copy this, put this in here like so, go to right here, the background color, paste it in here, click on this, make this the actual background color, and over here we can actually upload the photo. So I'm going to do that right now. Click on upload, and now we're going to take this photo, put it up top like so, and it should look just like this one. And all we really got to do is just put the text in here and put the headline below, and we're pretty much going to be done. And we can download it as a PDF right to our desktop and use that as our opt-in incentive. So we're going to put this in here like so, sort of drag it over so it fills it up, just like that. And we can make it a little bit bigger so it kind of looks like there's a little bit professional looking design. And then right here we can add some text. So add a heading. This will work perfectly. Change the actual color on here to white, and then we can make this open sans instead of canvas sans. And I can just copy this and put it right in here like so. Leaving site checklist, and make this just a little bit bigger. So we can make this 96 like so. And now we can just position it in here like so. And I can actually duplicate the element from below for our website and just put that in there. So I'll just click on where it says duplicate and take the second one and bring it up here to the very bottom like so. And then position this up so it's sort of in the middle, and boom, we have our lead generation magnet. So here's the cover. We have the first part of the checklist. This is page 1, and then we have page 2. And now every time folks in this niche, when they get a motorhome or an RV and they're looking for information on what to do, making sure like the roof vents are closed, the sink lid is secure, they can go through this checklist and they see you as the authority figure for that specific niche, right? And this is just an example for an opt-in incentive. And I wanted to share this with you just to kind of upgrade from the last video that I created, which is still effective, the lead generation magnet. In that video, I use PLR stores. So how to go to private label right websites, take the content you get in there and basically creatively borrow and kind of do what we did here. This is just an example. And once you're done, you basically just click on share right here and you can download it as a PDF. So where it says file type, you just click on where it says PDF print or PDF standard, whichever one you want. I'm going to click on PDF standard and then just click on download. And then from here, all you got to do is just download it to your desktop. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to download it to the desktop, and I'm going to show you what it looks like once we open it. So this is our version right here. We got the cover photo. Now I could have probably brought this down a little bit, but it still looks pretty good. And then we got the first page of the checklist, and we have the second page of the checklist. Now we have an official lead generation magnet. And if you don't have the time, if you already have the content ready and you don't have the time to go through that entire process, you can just go to these websites right here, 99 Designs, Fiverr.com, or Upwork. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like content like this, then I highly recommend that you check out my website, jonathancoast.com. I'll talk about everything when it comes to generating traffic, business, and increasing sales. And be sure to take a look at the tools and the resources below. I have everything that I talked about in this video, including the RV checklist, just for like an example reference, and Canva.com, 99 Designs, Fiverr, as well as Upwork. You'll see all of that in the description, as well as the pinned comment by the Affiliate Marketing Samurai. And with that said, I will see you in the next video. See you then.